An Associated Press reporter saw the tail end of a large airliner plunge into the Pentagon. Could you tell what type of aircraft?
We could not tell what type of aircraft it was. The only thing...
It was a normal day. I went to work, nothing unusual. I was at my desk and I was talking to some of my coworkers about some project we were working on. And we heard about the tower, and then we felt the plane, but we didn't know what it was at the time. The floor heaved, the ceiling shook.
In that moment of chaos on September 11th, Valerie Harris Gregory didn't panic because the Pentagon had plans in place for when disaster strikes. This is the core message of September, National Preparedness Month.
How far were you in relation to the crashed plane?
They told us about 50 yards. We were just right next door, just about.
Do you think the Pentagon prepared the employees inside the building?
We were prepared in that we didn't panic. No, I didn't see any panicking going on in my area.
4 years later, Hurricane Katrina sent panic throughout the city of New Orleans. Waves crashing through the levee walls showed how unprepared the city, the nation, and one family were when this natural disaster came crashing down. Joyce Jackson, the Assistant Director of Communications for the City of Laurel, watched from her office at WUSA in D.C. as her hometown was being ripped apart. Her family had no plans, and she had no answers.
My nephew, after about a week and a half, I didn't hear from my family for a week and a half. My nephew was the first one to call me. And his question to me was, how's my grandfather? And I couldn't answer the question because I didn't know. I didn't tell my dad to call me if he got in trouble. We didn't have a plan that everybody checks in one place to call and say if you're all right. So having a plan is not only helps you financially, it helps you emotionally, because I couldn't provide any calm for anyone calling me, because I'm the only one whose phone is working, to say this one's okay, because I knew where they were, because I didn't. We didn't have a plan. My dad was in Mississippi. My sister was somewhere in New Orleans. My brother was bouncing from hotel in Texas trying to land somewhere for his family. My nephew got routed to a homeless shelter in Baton Rouge, far away from where we lived. And everyone was scattered because we had no plan.
Because of national and homeland security disasters like Hurricane Katrina on September 11th, which affected Harrison Gregory, Jackson, and millions of other Americans so deeply, FEMA and local agencies want you to start preparing and planning.
When you go to a shelter, other than a cot and food, you're on your own. Usually they'll provide a shower, but if you want to take a shower, you're going to need a towel, you're going to need soap, you're going to need a toothbrush, toothpaste. Those things are likely not going to be provided. The shelter operations people will basically give you the most critical, which is food and water and shelter.
It's websites like the City of Laurel and ready.gov where you can learn to prepare for natural disasters or disasters of any kind. So let's take a look and let's learn some ways to prepare for flash flooding, for instance. Go to the website, click on to prepare for flooding, and then we can go to basic safety tips and we can learn a few things that you can do to prepare yourself, your family, your business, whatever it may be in case of that natural disaster.
Important documentation. You need to have that with you as well, but I would encourage you not to have the original documents. You should digitize all your important documents, put them on a secured thumb drive.
We didn't have a go bag. We didn't have a meeting place. We didn't have who do we get in touch with, who's the contact person. We didn't have, okay, this is where we meet, this is what we do. We had none of that.
You need to prepare, not only for that, for natural disasters too, because when I came home after 9/11, we had a tornado that came through my neighborhood. And I said to myself, please don't hit my house. And that kind of thing. You need to be ready for anything. And you need to have a mindset, okay, this may happen, what can I do?
For the entire month of September, Laurel TV will provide tips and information on what to do so that you're prepared for what happens next. I'm Alexa Laz for Laurel TV.